What's up? How's it going? Being really pushed to do a reading right now, and I'm very grateful to be able to do that. And I hope that I can touch your heart and open you up there, and kind of lead you through kind of the energies that you're dealing with at this time, and that you can find resolve and evolution within yourself so that you can navigate your life and to see more clearly your path and purpose. But let me go through my pre-meditation, which is something that I've been learning to adapt to and to build structure to the reading. And I view the pre-meditation as the reading, in a nutshell. But then as I pull cards, that's the clarification. A lot of readers like to clarify card upon card. I tend to have a premeditation and then clarify the meditation. So I don't know. It feels strong for me to do it that way. And so yeah, every reader is different. So embrace that, and embrace the purpose, and your uniqueness is kind of the message there. But the premeditation, I have a few things here. Let's go down the list here. It says energy flying above haters. So your energy field is rising above your frequency, and your vibration is higher than your haters. So your radar is off the grid. So they can't really hit you or penetrate you or zero in on you. They can't figure you out. They can't harm you, I guess. And you're protected. You're being lifted by your angels, by your spirit guides, your ancestors, your universe, God, Jesus, whatever you believe in as a higher power, yourself, even your higher self, elevating you to a level of being untouchable. That's beautiful. The next bullet point that I have here is your value has been hid from everyone but you. So in your healing process, you've found value in yourself, and maybe even you've gotten to a point you've been frustrated that others can't see the value of who you are. You know who you are, but how frustrating is it when you have people around you or people in your energetic field that you can't seem to get the ball rolling or get things off the ground because of the value being hidden. There's divine timing that's involved here, and other people have got to raise up or match even your frequency, and to be able to see your value. You're very well aware of your value, and I think that's a beautiful thing. That's a lot of self-love and a lot of inner work that's taken place for you to get there. And I guess what Spirit's having me tell you is the patience. Be patient with the process. Also, it says right here on the next bullet point, seeing the signs and syncs, planning with Spirit to be bold and make moves. So I'm getting a lot of like boss-like energy, taking control of your life, taking the reins, on your future, guiding that dark energy and that light energy, kind of letting them converge if they converge, or at least that they work together and moving in one direction rather than being sporadic and all over the place, but having structure. Here's this structure here, laying out the foundation so that it has a strong construction, a strong structure. Yeah. And so the next bullet point I have here for you is you have healed and cut the cords holding you back. So yesterday I did a burn ritual where I burned off a lot of the things that I was struggling with, that I viewed as cords that were holding me back. So if you hadn't seen that video, I strongly suggest that you look at that video just for that. And also, that video was cut off. after 34 minutes, but I had probably another 20 minutes of that video that it stopped recording. But I strongly believe that divine timing has a lot to do with that, and a lot of what was being revealed at the end of that video was probably not ready for your ears right now. And so I've embraced that, and I haven't looked at it as if the devil was in here trying to deter me from delivering the message in its fullness and its entirety. I've more viewed that as my angels cutting me off, or cutting it off at the perfect time to allow for the message to be conveyed as it is, or as it was. So if you noticed in that last video that the video cuts off out of nowhere, that's why. Also, right here, so yeah, making bold moves, making boss moves, making things that are in alignment with your path, in alignment with what your desires and what you've set your intentions for the year. Also on this bullet point, I have no longer slipping into low vibrational energy. So you've elevated into this off-grid kind of elevation here, and it's kind of lonely up there, you know, but you're not going to dim your light, you're not going to lower your standards, you're not going to allow yourself to slip into lower negative energies or vibrations. And there's time, we're human, you know, so I mean, you might have a little I guess fits within yourself, or impatience, or things that are kind of bothersome to you, and it's all that is just your inner fight with your higher self of wanting things now. And so it's like this battle that we have within ourselves to speed things up, or to be the catalyst when there's no need for that to take place. Just like the video, you know, there was a lot of things being revealed, but I think that that's due to divine timing. So as much as you fight against that, you're just really, you know, building up frustration within yourself. So that's you know, lowering your vibrational energy. You got to maintain. I'm hearing that in my mind's eye right now, and seeing it actually. Just this maintaining speed, maintaining sense of direction. I just got a picture in my mind as well too, going down the road, and you're in your car, and you can see all the traffic lights all the way down the street, and they're all green, right? And you're like, yes, I'm not gonna have to stop at all these lights. Usually when I'm on this road, I'm stopping at every light. But as you're going down, and you're thinking to yourself, if I just maintain a certain amount of speed and my sense of direction and distance between other vehicles, I can travel down this road all the way down and not hit a red light. And I think that we all kind of do that when we drive, and it's kind of like this contest that we have within ourselves. But anyhow, as you're going, you're seeing down, you know, 3 lights down, you're seeing, oh, that one turned to red. But it's being able to adapt to that maintenance of speed, and adjusting yourself to continue to move forward, but not hit any holdups or hangups or stoplights. So, but as you adjust, you notice that yes, you got to that 3rd light, and in the perfect timing and divine timing, it turned green. So don't, even though you foresee say red flags or stop lights or things like that, allow yourself to adapt to that, to maintain your forward movement, and not have to stop, you know, and to go with the flow of things, you know. Reflection is a lot about adaptation. So I've coined this phrase, and I think that I was guided to do so, and it's this reflect and flow kind of mentality, you know, reflect, flow, reflect. So it's adjustment. So you could even say flow, adjust, flow, adjust. So yeah, and then going into the next note, bullet point that I have here is, excuse me, killing them with kindness. And so we can have these tendencies to act out of lower vibrational energies, and you know, one of them is fear. So out of fear, we can act out of also anger, and we can discontentment or anything of those of that nature, and really kind of derail ourselves off the spiritual path that we're on. And it's to have complete and total enlightenment through all of our chakras, just completely being lit. And so killing them with kindness is so much more rewarding in the end. And when you walk away from this situation where you may have been in a confrontation that would have escalated into a matter of throwing fists or just saying things that you didn't mean, or didn't really want to portray yourself in that image. So when you walk away from from the conflict, you come from a place of more like being in control. And so when you walk away, you kind of have your head held high, kind of a way of looking at it. And some people might look at it as losing the fight or losing the battle, but you actually walk away in victory, because there's this sense of victory inside of you, and knowing that you fought the fight right. So that was a bullet point there. But excuse me, I'm sorry. But the next bullet point, and the final bullet point that I have in this premeditation, is complete dedication to the mission. So knowing that you have this desire to follow your higher self in regards to being in alignment with your angels and spirit guides, and in direct communication with them, but also in God's view as your path, as your purpose, your north node, and doing your best to follow and be obedient to that path. But complete dedication to that, and desire to do so each day. And so that's something that I've struggled with in 2021, is this exact thing and all these bullet points. So I know that this is going to be something that's going to kind of show out in this reading, and also be clarified with the cards. But I'm going to jump right into the Angel Numbers book here. I channeled a few, I would say, dates, because they turn out to be dates, these numbers. They're 3-digit numbers. But the first one is 113. So that could be like January 13th, or it could be November 3rd, or both. So I'm sorry. All of a sudden my throat's really scratching. That's a lot to do with the throat chakra. So there's something maybe you're having a hard time saying, a hard time coming up with the right words, maybe. But let's see, 113 or 11/3, right? So November 3rd or January 13th. It's kind of being channeled here right now. It was a strong message of that as well when I was channeling the numbers here. But 113 is masters, saints, and higher beings, and higher being teachers are with you now, helping you move forward in faith on your journey. So yes, a lot to do with the journey, right? And your mission. So that's beautiful. I love that. But then we also have, I do 3 numbers. And I also do 3 words that are going to come out of the Dream Dictionary. But the next number was 227. So that could be February 27th, right here. So 227, if that has any recollection to you. When you add that all together, that's 11. So 113 is also 14, which is 5. So change is what 113 breaks down into. But also 227 is 11, change for... it's a master builder number as well. It's a twin flame number as well too. But let me get to the number and get on with the show here. 227 says, God and angels have heard your prayers and are working to deliver the solution that is best for everyone involved in the current situation. Damn, that's awesome. All right. And then the next number would be 414. Could be a date for you. Maybe you're 41, maybe you're 14. If you're 14, awesome, more power to you. You're on the right path here of finding yourself. But I highly doubt that you're 14, but if you are, that's awesome. But 414 is the next number. It could be a day. It would be April 14th. But we also have February 27th and January 13th. The numbers added together are a 9, so completing or ending cycles, so that you can step into 10 energy and start a new cycle for yourself here. But 414, man, my throat is really scratching. That's definitely relevant. Let me see here. 414, your angels are reminding you of their presence. Trust that the experiences that you are having are connections with the divine. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes, I think that's awesome. And you are surrounded by angels. And that reminds me of the number 444, of just this stable connection with your and protection with your spirit guides and angels and ancestors who are constantly around you, especially now. I think now more than ever. It doesn't matter what timeline. So if this is a timeless message, obviously, but whenever you see the message, this is definitely relevant, and it should resonate for the time that you were watching it. We're all on different timelines, so that's very important to mention that. So the 3 words that I have out of this book here, out of the dream, it's backwards, but you can get the idea of what it says. But the Dream Dictionary, again, just this itch in my throat, and wasn't there before. All right, radar. We have radar, we have signs, and we have chords. Very much so, but a lot of, and how I did that and how I chose that was the key words in my premeditation. I highlighted them, and they are the key words in there. Also the numbers across the top too. So I just love the structure that Spirit's been really helping me with, and it's something that's going to be more concrete in the way I do things here. But yeah, radar. Let's get on with the show. Radar. Radar. To dream of a radar means it is time to tap into your abilities of perception. Trust your gut. So a lot about perception is like in psychology. I studied psychology in college. I went 8 years in college. I should be a damn doctor, but I was so indecisive on what I wanted to do. I switched majors so many times. But I studied sociology and psychology, and really wanted to be a high school guidance counselor, but this is, in a way, I'm more than that. So it's really cool. But in psychology, it's like perspective taking is the phrase. So it's being able to take on a different perspective, to look at this situation a little bit differently, and to take on a different perspective and perception of this issue, so that you can trust your gut a little bit more. It's not designed for you to not trust your gut. So step into perspectives that's going to allow you to trust yourself, to trust your gut, and to trust your inner guidance system here. Radar. Now we got signs. Signs. If you're seeing signs, right? That's where this is directly related to here. Let's see. I'm kind of... right there. To dream of a sign denotes that you have failed to see a subconscious message. So when we go into dream state, we're falling into our subconscious, and that's why it's important for us to have a dream journal, and to wake up and kind of document those things, and to keep a record and a track record of all of our dreams. And that's why I'm being guided to show you these things, so that if maybe those are the words that you're dreaming about, then absolutely. But a sign is very important, because that's your subconscious trying to tell you that you're missing something. There's something missing about how you're handling the current situation, and that you are needing to have a more conscious remembrance of what's going on in your subconscious mind, in your dream state, right? Your 5D energy, and something that is a key component or ingredient into what it is that you're trying to alchemize in the 3D world. And alchemize is like the magician energy, which was yesterday's reading. A lot about being the magician, about stepping into your power and to use those abilities and to alchemize your reality. To create yourself, but also to create the tangible things around you. So if you're inventing something, you must first reinvent yourself to allow yourself to tap into those energies and to bring them forward. So yeah, very strong energy there. Also, we have chords, which I looked up chords just to make sure the word was even in here. And it actually redirected me. It says chords, it was in there, but in parentheses right after in the description, it said ropes. So it says look up ropes. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to go right into ropes. And this one's a little bit more descriptive on the topic of chords / ropes. And I thought it was pretty enlightening. I did a pre-read on it, just making sure it was here, you know. So ropes. It says, ropes in dreams signify perplexities and complications in affairs and uncertain lovemaking. And it says, if you climb one, you will overcome enemies who are working to injure you. So that's pretty powerful. To descend using a rope brings disappointments to your most sanguine moments. If you are tied with them, you are likely to yield to love contrary to your judgment. So be careful there. And it says also, to break them, though, signifies your ability to overcome enmity and competition. So that's powerful. And it says, to tie ropes or horses denotes that you will have power to control others as you may wish. And I was kind of troubled by the word control. I think that the more that I think about that, I want to replace that word. And Spirit says yes. It's more of a way to inspire people onto your vision. You know, is a way of looking at it. You have you're being gifted with a vision, and people are going to be magnetized and attracted to wanting to help see things through for you. It's not necessarily to control them. I think it's in their own control and in their own light, they're able to bring to the table their ideas and fresh perspectives, like that perspective taking, right? Psychology term. So if I were to change a word in there, it would definitely be that control word. So to walk a rope signifies that you will engage in some hazardous speculation. So be careful with that. And it says, but will surprisingly succeed. To see others walking a rope, you will benefit by the fortunate ventures of others. So yeah, it's that teamwork effort, but what each person brings to the table is I've been thinking about the 12 tribes of Israel a lot lately, and about gathering the 12 tribes, you know, but each tribe has something tangible to offer into the collective creation of what's being created here. But it says, to jump a rope foretells that you will startle your associates with a thrilling escapade, bordering upon the sensational. Wow, I didn't read that when I did the pre-read. I kind of stopped before these ones right here. But it says, to catch a rope with the foot denotes that under cheerful conditions, you will be benevolent and tender in your administrations. Yeah, and the more I'm reading about rope, I'm loving it. And it says, to dream that you let a rope down from an upper window to people below denotes that you will engage in some affair which will not look exactly proper to your friends, but the same will afford you pleasure and interest. That's pretty cool. And I think that's life is really full of surprises and full of people's opinions. But I think that when you follow your heart, no matter what it is that you're trying to do or trying to accomplish, there's no ill intent behind it. And other people are more or less just jealous of the beauty and how you operate and how you are mysteriously attracting everything that you want to you. But it's because of your obedience and your obligations to follow out and to bring forth your 5D energy, but also to stay committed to your Father in heaven, your inner God, but to give voice to that higher self, to let that higher self just spring forward with energy, with strong energy, to kind of protect yourself, but to also bring people together that are like-minded and that are able to assist you. I again, I think of that word control and it just bugs me. So to assist you, you know, in bringing something forward. So yeah, again, that's the book. If you're interested, I'd buy it. I think it's a great book. I've been resorting to it a lot, and this one as well, the angel numbers. So let's get on with the reading here and to pull some cards. I'm being drawn to this deck first right here. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It looks like this and that. And I'm going to see if I got the book here. I believe it's the Shaman Dreams deck. I want to say that it is. I'm not too sure. I'm sorry about that, but I don't want to waste much time. I'm trying to find it somewhere here. But yeah, if you're familiar with it, I believe it's that one right there. But I have the books on hand right here just in case I need to resort to get some further clarification on the card if I'm drawn to do so. And I know a lot of readers out there go off of their gut, but I don't know. I'm being drawn to at least acknowledge the effort that was put into writing out. You know, I'm creating my own deck, so you know, I would like to know that the words that I put into my work were being acknowledged. So I want to at least mention that. It may or may not come out in this particular reading right now. Hopefully it does, because I think that that's kind of what Spirit wants to kind of pull out of me as well. Very proud of the intuition that's being used, but also to at least acknowledge the work put into these decks and the gratitude. So, and also other readers, you know, there's a lot of readers that are here on YouTube, and God, you know, and it feels like it could be competition, but it's I'm embracing the fact that I love them all, that each of them have so much beauty and so much character and so much of Christ-like attributes that they bring to the table. And it's really beautiful. They're actually really beautiful beings, and so I'm not disrespecting anybody that does it just intuitively. I think it's beautiful too. I just also there's enough room for all of us to win. So I embrace all of you, and those who are aspiring to do so, do so. I mean, this is a great journey. And it's taught me a lot about who I am, and kind of a more north node direction of what direction I need to go. And that's kind of why I coined the phrase Arrow 444 Tarot. It's been enlightening. So one more shuffle here. There, it's ready. All right. Spirit. One flew out. Spirit. Another one wants to fly out. I'm just asking Spirit to be here and to pull the cards on what direction this reading's going, so they know already what direction and what kind of a reading this is going to be, and if it's going to be about the self, about career, or if it's going to be about love. But we're going to find out. Both cards went face down. I'm going to show you. It's travel. I'm seeing in the card too, like this knight, but this enlightenment, that ball of enlightenment energy around the head there. But also I'm seeing a wand in the hand, or maybe it's an oar. But that girl looked pregnant to you right there. I don't know. Birthing of new ideas, of enlightenment. The waters, on the banks of the waters here. Could be a river, could be a lake, but I'm just getting this feeling of distant travel, and being enlightened to do so. So whatever that might mean to you, could be very specific, but also maybe just wanting to travel, wanting to get out there, wanting to maybe even be on the dating scene. But let's see this other. Yes, we have commitment. Commitment. So it's, yeah, committing yourself to travel, to venture. And let's ask Spirit for one more card. What exactly is it that you're traveling towards or committing yourself towards? And if you notice in this card, you can see this moon energy, and I'm getting this unknown energy, and you can see there's a black bird and a white bird. I'm thinking, oh, kind of threw that card over there, grab it. But I'm getting the idea of a crow and a dove, but two different energies coming together and making something really beautiful. Kind of braiding or spinning up, spinning together, creating together. Yes, being creative together, and being on the same page to be able to do so. Kind of looks like there's a heart there. So a diamond in the heart. You know, that's just the image that I'm seeing in that knot, Celtic knot, maybe something that might mean something to you. But purple, so it's like this crown energy, and or throat. It could be blue there as well. But this throat commitment, speaking your commitment to your divine plan, right? So travel. Yes. So a lot of I think gurus and spiritual leaders and masters, ascended masters, things like that of that nature, they tend to sorry, see, I'm telling you, they tend to travel across the world and to share their message, which would entail that crown chakra as well as that throat chakra, and I would dare say as well the third eye is very well involved in all of this to be able to see within themselves and correct the flaws within themselves, to be able to look forward and to convey a message about dark and light energies and how to have balance between the two, to be at a ground zero, to be able to create. You know, and I just got an image of the World Trade Center, the towers that came down. You know, and I believe, if I remember right, there's something built in the place of them, but it's like this restructuring, reinventing. See how the premeditation kind of comes out in the cards here. But this, yeah, the negative and light energies, you know, flying high above the haters, you know, and that's where you meet your match. So I think this is very divinely guided love and travel. We're going to ask for one more card like I had asked, but Spirit and Ancestors and Ascended Masters at this time, please show us if it is needed. The energies. Yes. All right. Yes. And there it is. Compassion. It's one of my favorite cards out of this deck. But you can see that the world is in focus here. And, you know, that travel kind of coming in here. And I just had mentioned just a second ago about traveling the world as this guru, you know, or as a spiritual leader or a master of sorts, but also this gathering of the tribe, you know. And maybe that's kind of the creative state, is to bring people together to be creative and to allow the energies to flow and to collaborate and to create something really beautiful that's of the unknown but has an impact on the world, to raise the vibration and the frequency of the world. Compassion, that love, you know, and that combination of love and passion, you know, and love for all humanity, that agape love and also unconditional love is what I'm getting out of all of this. But you see that passion, you know, that red color here, and also this jester energy, you know, this beautiful enthusiastic energy coming from this split colored face here. So you know, bringing together different nationalities, different cultures, and to be able to come at it from a more fulfilled perspective. And again, that 12 tribes of Israel, you know, gathering the 12 tribes of Israel to have a collective creation, you know. And I think that's what we all are here on the planet Earth, is this collective energy. The 12 tribes are all here, but what can we do to gather the 12 and on a 3D level to enlighten the world, to save our planet? I think this is a very beautiful layout here. So I'm getting a lot of love, but I'm also getting a lot of purpose about your purpose, not even necessarily career. This is more about purpose, finding your purpose and fulfilling it to its maximum capacity. So I love that. Let's get into a little bit of some tarot cards. I'm going to pull, I'm feeling angelic energy, so we're gonna go off this angelic. I was gonna pull a deck out of a gym bag that I have full of decks there, but I'm gonna just continue with this deck of cards that Spirit said use the angels. So I have this angel deck that looks like this. I know you're familiar. I know you've seen them, but they're very positive. This has a very uplifting feeling tied to it, but it's like this combination of passion and love. So, and teaming up with the right people, not that you're teaming up with dark energies, but this balancing energy to be able to create. And I think the balancing energy is to have a collaborative team of experts once again. But experts, I'm saying people that have found balance within themselves, who have this creative state naturally, and with the balance that they have now to create the world that they desire, being the change that they want to see. That's exactly what is taking place here. So healed energy, I can see healed, and then this crescent moon. Crescent moon kind of coming into a new moon, setting intentions, right? So, and then also holding that wand that's kind of lit up and enlightened. So using your magic, kind of coming off of our last reading again here, our latest reading here. So Spirit, after this shuffle, let's find the energy as far as guidance is concerned, and as well as love. Guidance towards love, I think, is love is kind of the focus here, as well as compassion. But let's get a clarification on this love energy, this commitment energy, commitment to your purpose. But I think it's tied to love and to travel. I'm not very well traveled as a person as far as the world is concerned. I can't even tell you that I've been to 10 states in the United States of America. So there's 50 states there. So I mean, yeah, travel would be very exhilarating. It would be very fun, and it would be, a life well spent, I think for sure. So let's see what the angels have to say about first love. All right. So we have the devil, and it came sideways. It came sideways when it hit there, but I love this deck because a lot of people would say the devil, wow, it was so beautiful, and then the devil has to come out. No, the devil is actually a very beautiful angel, and I think that he's a reminder of who we are. If you really look at the devil in the right light, you can relate with him, and with God too, and it's understanding that the two are here together, this dark and light energy, this heavenly energy with the dark energy, to create something beautiful, us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's a very beautiful way of viewing the devil, and it's to find balance between the two and moving forward. And the name on the card is Samiel is the devil, the angel name there, and it says seduction and downfall, communicates with the dead, teaches the occult and magic. Wow. So that's we embody that energy of the devil, but we also shine light on it to bring balance to that energy, and to teach it from a place that we can shine light on areas that other people aren't very focused on, to act out of ego and naturally. The natural man is an enemy to God, right? So and coming in this neutral state, oh man, it's beautiful, and it's very exciting to see it come out in that neutral state. It's kind of like God giving you the keys to the land, and that's beautiful, because God, or the devil, God, however you want to look at it, they're in agreement of how this is to take place. And even Jesus Christ, the creation of Jesus Christ to be the ultimate sacrifice, is very well tied into this. and it's very spiritual, a very spiritual reading here, but it embodies passion and love and a sense of purpose. To understand actually the devil in the truest light is very beautiful. We're all fallen angels if you really view it that way. That's why we don't have wings right here. But in the 5D, we have this very pure understanding that we are angels, we're angelic beings. But then when we come into the 3D and awaken, then we bring these tangibles to the forefront. So the creation of medical devices that or even inventions of sorts to enlighten others and to bring people to this higher vibration and off that grid, to understand our purpose here. And I don't think it's taught very well in religion about the devil. The devil is very much so viewed in a negative light and then ignored after that. So I think that if we more study into what the devil's purpose is, we can understand him and be more in balance with ourselves, but also in balance with other energies that are around us. And to, like I said in the pre-meditation, to walk away from what would have been a very ugly confrontation with a higher sense of victory for not choosing to let the problems escalate, and to become more of a battle than what it should have been or what it could have been. So it's walking away with a sense of victory, with the keys to the land, so very beautiful. I love this, and I love Spirit for just showing it in this way. It really touches me. Yeah, and I think we pray to God and we have a lot of gratitude towards God, but I think that, and I'm going out on a limb here, but Spirit says, no, I'm not. To embrace gratitude towards the devil, sorry, but yeah, to have gratitude for the devil, to be able to look at the shadows of our life and to be able to embrace those downfalls and to be able to learn from them and to have the lesson. The devil has a very beautiful role here, a very powerful role now that I'm seeing it in a different light. So that perspective taking energy, the psychology of how we view the devil. Wow. Spirit, show me more about the direction this is taking us here, and this purpose and this sense of understanding of the devil. What is it that we're seeing in the devil? And it was about exactly what we're doing here. If you're a reader or if you read tarot as well, but what the goal is here is like seduction and downfall. This is in neutral, keep that in mind, but communicates with the dead, teaches the occult and magic, the severity of God. Yeah. So when they call it devil energy, this using this seductive ways and lust and the new word that I've learned is limerence and things of that nature, kind of bringing it into a more balanced state, and so that these labels aren't viewed in negative light, but more viewed as part of the journey, Very beautiful. Very beautiful. All right, Spirit. Let's get a shuffle on this. Sorry, I went pretty deep there, but that was beautiful. Spirit, show us about the devil and about how the interaction with the devil and the occult and magic and teaching from this standpoint, how it's going to help, bring more souls. All right. Lots of cards fell out, but there was one that I'm being guided to use. Kind of my own fault. They dropped out of the bottom, too many to try and convey here. But we have a Scytale, which is the Three of Wands. This is the God of Hope, right? And it's like that blind faith card. And this being in the side position, the devil here. But they're angels. We're all angels, really. But you see right here the devil card, And it's in gold, written in gold up there. You know, we need to really pay attention to that and look at God differently here, or God and the devil. But we see Saitel with his eyes being covered. It's having that God of hope. But let's read the card. I know this was pulled the other day in another reading, but it says construction of the universe. Holy crap. And it says help with great works, protection from adversaries. So protection, like right here we have this like dark energy or whatever you want to call it, devil energy, which has a purpose. Do not forget that. But blinding our eyes so that we can have faith and that we can persevere and we can have resilience and that we can still maintain, the maintain word coming back, but this maintain this level of compassion for others and compassion for where they're at on their journey. Holy crap. Oh man, I'm having a lot of epiphanies, but to have patience and to persevere past negative energies that are maybe even attacking you. It was in the pre-read, right? Rising above that and staying in a high vibrational state and not being so reactive to what's going on around you. So any others that need to come out at this time? Numbers on the card, you know, number 3 is on the 3 of Wands there, which is very fitting. But 3 of Wands is also connected to this travel, right? This travel energy and looking off into the distance as to what you're desiring to do there, and having your devil energy in the sideways and under commitment. There's nothing blocking you from doing so. You're in balance. You're in balance here. So beautiful reading so far. So under compassion as a clarifier and as a continuation using the tarot, Spirit, show us more. This is so intriguing. Show us more of what's being, yes. We have the 8 of Swords. So yes, and this I love this deck because it's you know, like the devil's being viewed in a different light, right? And it's also inside, it came out sideways. This one came up in the right side up, and it said the number on the card is 14. So the 14 is popping out again. Let's see what the devil number is on there. It doesn't have a number associated to the card, but it's usually a 13. But right here we have 14, 8 of Swords, and it says God, protector, and savior. God, protector, and savior. It says truth and justice, protection from enemies who would steal one's fortune. Wow. Man, so you might have been feeling trapped. And so that's kind of like in a mental trap. And it's like from your own doing, you may have put yourself in a state of mind that you are trapped, that you cannot escape, that you cannot move forward. And maybe you felt like that things were being stolen from you, ideas, things that you wanted to bring to the forefront and stolen from you and just from greedy people, and maybe even magic being performed against you. But these things are being taken away right now, or being cleared away out of your path. And you can see here on the card, this this angel has got this head of I'd say a demon or a person that was operating under the full direction of honoring negative energy, you know, jealous energy and envious energy, and yeah, and didn't want you to see the truth of the situation, and you're being protected at this time, but you're also being given justice. So a lot of justice being served at this time, or whatever time it is that you're seeing here. But you're going to start seeing evidence of that. I'm being guided to say that, and I'm channeling this. But you're going to be guided in seeing how the downfall of others are directly related to how they wished the downfall upon you. And so and this is a lot to do with also being in the state of mind of not celebrating that, but also embracing the truth that you are divinely guided, but protected. And it was in divine timing that these things played out so that you could see the truth and the reality of the situation. So you had a more well-rounded standpoint to come from in teaching these truths. and to see things from and this is in the last reading, but a 360-degree angle around, which is Earth, right? The 360-degree angle, to have full compassion, to see things from God's eyes, from He is dark and light energy. We're getting this dark and light energy, but being combined together, right? So very, very, very beautiful. This God of hope being combined with the devil energy here. It's the two differences: the gold and then the black here on the other card. But just really, really coming into fullness of understanding that crown chakra, right? You can see right here, lit right there. You're being gifted with this crown chakra ability, and to have a impact on the planet with your compassion, being able to see things from all angles. Wow. Very revealing. The reading is very, 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 very revealing. So you're going to be seeing a lot of things being revealed to you, and you're protected in all of it. So there's no need to act out of anger or to go into this with guns a-blazing and wanting to fight because of the wrongdoings being performed against you. It's hold your head high and keep moving forward, right? That was that seeing the green lights all the way down the road, but seeing one turn red, not letting that one red one really piss you off and speed up to it just to stop. It's like hold back and time it perfectly, because you're being gifted the insight of foresight. You're being gifted the sight of foresight, being able to see into things more deeply and having a more understanding and a more perspective taking kind of way of looking at things. Wow. And this is energy that has been taking place over the course of the last couple of weeks, and is going to be going forward into, there was a date that was written, right? It was 1/13. It was written on my pre-meditation. I believe it was 1/13. So to January 13th or somewhere in that area. So these being enhanced within you, your crown chakra, you're being crowned royalty, right? You're being crowned with it. And then this passion being more transferred into compassion. It's like taking things into a more deeper meaning. So you had maybe this devil energy, but being balanced in every way, and love, and in purpose, and everything being balanced, all of your responsibilities, all your priorities being balanced and brought into balance, so that there's room for all of them to coexist. So it's having this well-rounded, again with the earth, well-rounded energy balance, so that you can move forward in possibly new directions. But also, it says travel here. It's to take your abilities and your talents on the road. I'm getting a lot of energy about motivational speaking energy, but also to influence others. And I'm getting this energy of creation and creativity, seeing things from a collective of your 12 tribes, right? The collective knowledge of the earth, and compassion for each culture and for nationality, and unconditional love for those around you. It's very, 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 very revealing and deep, and so pure energy, purity, purifying. Great. Another click. All right, so here we go. We're going to ask Spirit if there's any cards. Ooh, that was beautiful. All right, so any other cards, Spirit, that need to come out at this time to convey a more well-rounded, yes, Spirit, 3-1. And that's it. Let's see what this is. We have Vasaria, and it says the star. Wow. God the just. So we got the justice card that came out right before that, right? Trust and justice, trust in God, trust and believe, and God the just. And it says right here, it says clemency and equilibrium, balance. Holy crap. And it says protects against attacks in the courts. So you might even be facing something in a courtroom. I know that I'm definitely seeing that in my future, but also in more areas other than love. So it's like this balancing energy taking place in the courtroom, being protected even on the 3D level, where contracts and things of that nature are notarized, things of that nature as well, but also protected with your finances, protected, and people involved that you are attracting in, protecting them with this your hands on it. I can see this as being like in my church where I was converted into a church, and another topic for another time, but the laying on the hands for blessings, priesthood blessings, things of that nature, putting your hands and blessing people, healing the planet, with your compassionate approach, and healing energies that you are bringing into your circle, healing the souls of those that may be healed in a sense, but laying your hands on for protection around ideas. So like I'm getting patents, I'm getting reinventions and inventions and innovation. I'm getting a lot of things of that nature, and protecting the planet. So like a lot of energy being wasted, or carbons being burned into the atmosphere, burning up our ecosystem. So things of that nature, protecting our planet. Yes, and so the star. Yeah, I mean, your ability to be a star. I'm getting like 12 apostles. I don't know why I'm getting that, but the number on the card is 32. 32. Yes, and so like I get this. I was just bam, just hit with this image of like Jesus Christ. When he was 32, he died when he was 33, in the fullness of understanding. And I think 33 is a big number for coming into this crown chakra reception, and to be able to have full understanding of the world around you, and to see things a little bit more deeper than you may have been seeing them in the past or in your development stages of your life. But 32 is the year previous. So seeing Jesus and kind of reflecting on Jesus's life previous to him being hung on the cross, and for our salvation, but for the atonement. Kind of understanding that he was the star. When he was born, there was a star that was placed in the sky, the North Star, right? So it's like the North Node, purpose. Like I'm wow, and so and being gifted this star energy, your healers that are gathering together, teaming up, and really I'm getting the energy of enhancement of abilities, but also of magnifying callings. Yes, and a support group of magnifying callings, healing each other and keeping a protective field or barrier that protects these people, and they become stars, like 12 apostle energy, that are definitely on their purpose and doing their North Node, following through with what they came here to do, realizing it in its fullness, with their crown chakra being wide open. But 32 being a very strong number here. I keep getting drawn to it. But 5, change. The change that being the change you want to see in the world. This is what I'm going to title this reading: being the change you want to see in this world. And so it's very cool. But 3 and 2 add together is 5, change. The world is in great need of change, and I see it every day, and I'm an empath, so I feel feelings all the time, and I'm getting around with different groups of people, seeing the ego really play a role, in a lot of people's lives, but in a lot of people, in a lot of situations, and how things can escalate into brawls and things of that nature, and energies that are very, very, I would normally say devil energy, but I think devil has a lot to do with us doing good, God, it just touches me. But but what I'm saying is acting out of low vibration is what I'm gonna say from here on out, because I've just gained a lot of respect for the devil here, but and his purpose, and helping this to move in this direction, this change. It's very beautiful. But being an empath and absorbing all of these energies that you're not meant to absorb, you're meant to observe, and so, but being an empath, to understand it, you go through these stages of really absorbing all energies and being confused about what energies are actually yours and what's authentically you. So you go through this struggle, and between the ages of 33 and I'm 36, and I'm just getting it now, so I feel like I'm late, but actually I'm being told that I'm right on time. So it's like awakening to all of this, and to have a full understanding of what the world is around you and how you can impact it, being the change you want to see. Be the change you want to see in the world. And people are going to be drawn to you because of your ability to accept the things as they truly are, taking those rose-colored glasses off, and seeing the world as it really is, but focusing in on the things that matter most, and it's within yourself, taking that change and being the change you want to see, so that you can create, come to the sense of your inner child, and be creative, and move forward in a more creative fashion. On the bottom of the deck that we were working with here, strength, this is very powerful here. I'm going to read off the card, but yeah, enlightenment, fully enlightened here, and I'm getting luxury from the card, but I'm not getting it from a worldly standpoint. I'm getting luxury from that protection, that abundance amount of assistance, and like therapeutic healing through others that are like-minded. I'm getting that luxurious kind of feeling, bare feet and on the ground, just grounded energy, strongly grounded energy, and crown chakra opened, and God seen in his true order here, and he's really blessing our lives right now, and we need to be able to see that. This being the year of love, 222 added together is 6, this harmonious balance. This is what this whole reading is all about, balancing energies. On the bottom of the deck of the tarot deck that we have here, we have God the just judge, the 7 of Cups. Now that's a different way of looking at the 7 of Cups. I've been seeing a lot of the seven of Cups being viewed as illusions, and many options, and dealing with the emotions being the cups, and not knowing which one to choose. But it says right here, and it's like he's holding a hourglass in his hand, and he's pointing to it, and he's looking back right here, but he's sitting on a block, and it's like this anxious energy, but being able to find that it's divine timing, and it's like feeling that green light energy, go for it, but maintain this energy in a balanced way. The number on the card is 7 and 4, so there's our second 11. So 7 and 4 added together is 11. We also had 11 show up for us in the pre-meditation, right? So in the number 22, I believe it was 227, yeah. So yeah, very awesome. But it says God the just judge. It says contemplation makes the truth known in legal proceedings. Again, so a lot of things being drawn to the courtroom, and to a just judge, a judge. In a lot of the scriptures, there's a lot of judges that were appointed from being prophets into judges, and judges into prophets. So there's a lot of support from God energy, and justice will be served, and especially on the people that have done harm against you and tried to silence you, or put you in a place where you were left for dead, I would say, in a lot of senses here, but justice being served here, not that they're going to be decapitated, but they're definitely going to be punished, and so you're going to be freed from this 8 of Swords energy, which I don't think is from you. I don't, normally you're a person who goes for it, who is very ambitious, and who is balanced as well, and very understanding. But lately, as of late, and I'd say even just being the 8 of Swords, over the last 8 months, your life has been complete hell, and it's like you had no understanding of why it is the way it is, but you fought the fight right. You chose the higher road, and you chose not to be enthralled in that energy, and you chose the higher road, and you walked away victorious with your head held high. And you know, you killed him with kindness, kind of from that premeditation energy. But yes, very beautiful. Yes, and I think that card was very fitting here. You know, the star energy, equilibrium, protects against attacks in the courts. So that's the third card. And I'm getting a lot of Libra energy as well. This balancing act of the scales, you know, things being in balance, you know, and fair. And I think that that's a lot about what our God is. He's a just God. He's a fair God. And he wants to see things in harmony and used in compassion, things looked at on both sides, perspective taking, the psychology term coming in again. But yeah, I think that's the gist of the reading there. But I'm gonna dust off with some maybe the nail in the coffin here. Spirit, is that where we need to go with this? And they said do an animal. So I got this animal deck here. There's a deer on the bottom of the deck. So deer, if that has anything to do with you, or it's kind of an earth energy I'm getting there. But let's see here, and heart chakra as well. So deer, oh dear, oh dear. So maybe this might be some kind of a reading that's making you, yeah, hold your heart and say, oh dear. But let's see here. This is also Archangel Mike right here. I put it here because you know, it seems like if I were to speak into a mic, I mean what I say and I say what I mean. So that kind of energy there, and bearing testimony. This is what I feel like I do every time I get up here, and that's why I kind of give a lump in my throat, and I just, you know, but it's learning how to trust myself in front of a microphone. So if that has anything to say to you about like maybe influencer or I'm getting the energy of motivational speaking, graduation.